Grazie. Ecco.
Okay, we are live.
Are we live?
Yes. Hey, hi everyone. So welcome to our meetup. We are also live on YouTube and LinkedIn. Maybe. We are not sure. We are not sure even if we are actually speaking and they can hear us. So I see a lot of people joining. Today we are hosting a meetup in partnership with another community. At least we are the GDG Roma Capitale and PyData Roma Capitale here. So before starting with the actual event, I'm going to leave the presentation for the community to you.
Thank you. So thank you everyone for being here. It's a pleasure to be hosted at SourceSense for this PyData meeting. First of all, who is here for the first time joining a meeting? Oh, a lot of hands. So we are essentially an educational program of NonFocus, which is a non-profit organization based in the US. And NonFocus is behind PyData Network, which tries to promote discussion of best practices, new approaches for whatever concerns Python, data, and AI in general. You might know NonFocus because it's behind a lot of data science packages, which you might use in your daily life. Just to mention a few: NumPy, Jupyter Pandas, Matplotlib. NonFocus is pretty much behind any of those. And just a few words about us. We are PyData Roma Capitale. This is the local chapter of PyData based in Rome, and we are trying to create this kind of environment which are open for any kind of discussion. And we are just here to have fun together. For whatever reason, you can get in touch with any of us. Egon, Carmela is over there, and Vincenzo is here. And just feel free to follow our meetup page or on LinkedIn or our channels on Telegram. That's pretty much what I have.
Okay.
Okay.
Applause. Voila! Wow. Amazing. And yes, just a few more minutes to present our community. So we are the GDG Roma Città. We are a community, GDG stands for Google Developer Group. We are a community sponsored by Google, but we are not Google. So sorry for that. So if you want to join Google, don't test me. I don't know how. We are developers, but not only developers. So we also host other kind of figures that goes around our job of developers, but are still in the IT field. And we are a group. So as you can see from the photos, we are a youth group. We try to stay together and to meet at least one day each month. Actually, this month we are going to have another meetup. So I'm going to present that in a few slides. But yeah, so we don't have a specific topic. We try to discuss about more or less everything. So if you are interested in something, let us know. If you want to discuss about something, you want to be a speaker, you're really welcome. We don't have barriers. Also, if it's your first talk, we will try to help you to reach the level of the presentation that you would like to have. So please be part of our group if you want. And yeah, if you are interested in that, we have a page. You can just start on Google, GDG or Città, you will find us. You need to put also Città, because otherwise you will find another Google developer group. It's not us. And you can just click this button here to join us, to receive a lot of emails, not a lot of emails about our event. And yeah, you can see also the list of organizers. And today, one of our organizers is also the speaker, but I'm going to present him in a few slides. As I was saying, in 2 days, we are going to have another meetup. Actually, there is not the date here because I forgot to put it. Wow. But it will be the 20th of May. So we will have Maurizio, which is a Google Cloud trainer. He's a really amazing trainer, and he will be here. He is also a Google Developer Group organizer from Modena. So it will be an amazing opportunity if you want to know more about Gemini and the generative AI. If you want, you can go on our website and you already can find the event to register, or you can just let me know and I will send to you the link. You can follow us on LinkedIn. This is our QR code. We have our group, and usually in our group, there's the best of the community. We discuss a lot, we share memes, also not just serious stuff. You can also follow us. Oh no, sorry, that was LinkedIn. This is the group. Amazing. And yeah, we also have a partnership with another conference, which is Rome. It's a conference about Angular that will be hosted during the 19th of June and the 20th of this June here in Rome. It's an international conference, and we will have a lot of speakers, international speakers, and we will have also some core members of the Angular team. So, for example, the tech lead, Minko Becker. So it's a great opportunity if you are Angular developer. And if you are girls, I would like to invite you to this workshop that we are going to host the day before the conference, so the 19th, which is actually the day of the workshop. It's a free workshop for girls, where you will find some mentors that will teach you how to develop your first application in Angular. If you know some girls or you are girls, you are really welcome. And for today, we will have a gift. We have a gift for you. It's a license for JetBrains. So at the end of the event, we are going to extract one lucky winner, but just for the present one, not for the online one. So, and thank you to Susten, the hoster. Susten is not just hosting us today, like physically here, but it's also giving us some food and some drinks for the after event. So another applause for the team. And yeah, today we have the event in partnership again with this amazing community. So just for you, I created a slide which is not centered at all. And also the plus button is not aligned very well. It's like weird, just for you. And I leave the stage to Giulio, which is our speaker, our main speaker for today, but we also have some lightning talks after Giulio. So Giulio, you will present yourself. So no. An applause for Giulio. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone, I'm Giulio. I'm an organizer of GDG Roma Capitale, and I'm also the speaker. In the beginning of this speech, I will invite you to join this Kaput, because this speech is about my first days, first month, about studying Python. So I am the one to ask a lot of questions to make. So you will answer for me. And for the best player, there is also a prize that I've brought from my house, from a tech conference I've been on last year. It's a beer made by Docker. Has everyone joined it, or we have to wait somewhere? Have you done? Okay, this is the title of my speech. And first of all, I want to ask you, who is using Python? Because I know there are a lot of people using Python, but also people from GDG community, I think they don't use Python. So we have some seconds to answer this question. There is no wrong answer. Okay, I have one question for you. Who should this? Okay. You want a banana? Okay, so a lot of people do know Python, so you will teach something to me this evening. Then, what are we not going to talk about tonight? Cool stuff about the data? No. Cool stuff about machine learning, AI, computer vision, and I don't know what it is? No. Cool stuff about the web application? Django, Flask, SQL Alchemy, something is more close to what I do for job, because I'm a web developer. But I do web applications for job, so I will not talk about this tonight. We will talk about how I cried after my choice of studying Python. Yeah. Cool and funny thing I discovered about Python. Very simple thing, but I found this very funny. So, and at the end, what I decided to make with this language? Not a web application, not something about machine learning, nothing about data. It's a little surprise we will find after. So, why Python? It's easy to learn. It's a challenge for myself. It has a strong community, because the first thing I discovered about Python is that it has a lot of framework, library, community, and you really can make a lot of things with Python. It's used everywhere, so it will be useful if I have to find another job. And the important thing is I made a deal with a person, Egon Ferry. So let's have a little bit fun. This is the first question. I asked myself, why Python is called Python? At the beginning, I didn't know the answer, but you know, using Google or asking to ChatGPT was a good option. Okay. Only 10 people know that it's thanks to Monty Python Flying Circus show, comic sarcastic show made by Terry Gilliam and other people in England. It's not about the snake. And let's check the. Who is Christian? Okay. No, still not. There are some questions. Okay. Have you ever tried this infraction? What is doing? At the beginning, I thought, well, what is doing this? Import this. It has some sense. It can be useful for something else. No, just 3 people know that is the Zen of Python. It's an instructional history made by made by this man. I will show you how it works. If you do import this is the Zen of Python by Tim Peters, a man who worked on Python on the core. It is something like the Bible about the idea behind Python. Beautiful is better than ugly. Okay, Python is readable. It's really easy to read. It's so close to the English. So explicit is better than implicit. Every instruction technical is long, almost.
simple is better than complex, complex is better than complicated, and then anything else. It's like a little guide of what is Python. Then, if you another funny things about this import, it's not working here, but it's working here. Do you know what this instruction is doing? Something? Do you know? What it's doing? Exactly. Okay, it's not working here, but it's working here. Okay. It opened this comic book. I found it really, I like it. So it's about the simplicity of Python. Let's think about Python. What is printing this instruction? First things I've done in Python is try to play with Boolean numbers, strings, and try to break the code. So you do know what it is. It's 5 because I don't want to show you. It's mapping the Boolean through with 1 and false with 0, and it is doing this this addition. But it is doing something else, something similar with numbers or string. Okay, thank you. Okay, it is doing something else with string or a number. That's fine. So. No, it is not doing. Not like JavaScript, because I'm a JavaScript developer. So usually in JavaScript, this is cascaded in a different way. But Python has a dynamic typing, but it's also strong and not with like JavaScript. Then let's find the quiz mela. Woo! On top for Windows, fantastic deal. Okay, so what is instruction printing? This is something else about the comparison about type. These two different way of comparing the type. Okay, something put false is the right answer. But why is the right answer? No, this is not. Because equals will compare the value of these variables. Is comparing the object. Okay. So yeah, it's false. Why? Because the value on x and epsilon could be similar but are different because epsilon is a string, and if epsilon is also they are different objects, so it's still false. Okay. No, this is not. This is spoiler. Again, the sharp mele is swimming. I will not give it the beer to you. Okay. This is the same question. There's a mistake here. Sorry. Okay. This is something I try to do with Python. Is this instruction printing roll? Let's check. It's comparing this variable with 1 and with 2 and 3. So, okay, the right answer is true, because A is not a variable. Okay. Okay. A is an object of the class of roll. Okay, so when we initialize this class, the n attribute is initialized to 0. Then every time we call the comparator, the equals, it is and is updating the value of this attribute by 1. So this instruction is true. Is printing true. Okay, Christian is gaining some points.
No.
Another question about Python is, in this case, what is the output? I discovered this question when, with the community, the GDG community, we made code challenge on the Codemotion Tech Conference in the last 14th of April. Okay, just 7 people, 8, 9 answered this question. So, what is happening? We have this list of cittadini, citizens. Then we make a double copy of this list. And then we try to write values inside the second element of the first list of copies. So, time is running out. Okay. This is the right answer, but why? Because when we made the copy, when we made here the copy of citizens, we didn't make a copy of the object, but just the reference. So when we wrote inside this this element of the first list, it overwrites just a single object, and the reference is still the same. Okay, this is a little spoiler. Then, after this, we think about Python. I discovered another 2 Easter eggs. Okay, I already show you anti-gravity, and I found really funny this one is an import from the library Future about the braces. Okay, that they are very useful in other languages, but not usually in Python. So the syntax error is not a chance, because the idea behind Python is not use these braces. Then after these funny things, let's dive into the type. The numbers, there are 3 types of numbers in Python. Okay, the int, okay, easy one, float, and I was really surprised to discover it complex, but Python is used has a lot of application in data and some math things, so it's okay to have some complex numbers. Now, Boolean and string, we know that. Then we have bytes and byte array, because bytes usually is not immutable. So if you want to operate over a byte, you have to use byte array. This is a little example about how it works. Okay, I put here some ASCII code of the letters hello. It printed hello, so the code was right. And then I tried to transform metal worker, this string, into a byte. And I've done this with the function encode. Easy. And then I found the data structure, the most common data structure in Python. We have the list, they are ordered and mutable. Okay, so easy to read. Then the tuple. Okay, there are ordered and not mutable. So one time you have to create your tuple is not is this one. Then there is the set. Okay, is I spent some time to understand the set, but they are funny. Okay, there is also frozen set. There is a not mutable version of set. Okay. There are this kind of operation about union, intersection, and difference. Okay. And then the dictionary. Okay, it's very fun because the first time I saw a dictionary, I thought, oh, this is a JSON, easy. And then I discovered that it's more powerful than JSON. And you can put inside everything you want. So I've tried to do some. I create a tuple, a list, 2 sets, and then I organized everything inside a dictionary. Okay, and this is my dictionary with where is my with the funny things is I made an intersection of these 2 sets. There were S and SS. Okay. I don't have so much fantasy for for naming the variable. Okay, and the only element in common between these 2 were 1. So here inside that is 1. Okay, so the next thing to do is attack on Python. What is attack on Python? It was one of my first idea I had in my mind because it sounds good. Attack on Python, Attack on Titan. Do you know Attack on Titan, the anime? Yes, yes. There is someone who doesn't know what are we talking about. No, okay. It's really cool. You have to watch it. Okay. So I already told you that I didn't want to do something with data, with AI, with web application. So what's next? Let's try to make a video game with Python. Okay. I never made a video game. It was one of my dreams when I was a child. So I tried. I spent some days and weeks trying to do a video game that we are looking now. Okay, on the first step, I've tried to do something like a RPG, but RPG is a type of game is very complex because you have a lot to do to manage. So I changed it to a roguelike 2D game, something like Super Mario, but with a theme of Attack on Python. So this one, okay. I'm trying to launch this. One moment, because there are also, this is the video game with a spoiler. I'm trying to put off the audio in Yarda. No, I think I can't. No. Okay, never mind. We'll see without audio. So bad because I spent some time the night looking for audio effects and for download the opening of the anime. Okay, this is me. Okay, I lost. There is some feedback with the audio, but we'll do it. I'm trying to play better now. Okay, this is me trying to fight the Titan, the Python Titan. I have some ammo. I have this jump. Okay, I lost again. Okay, if you see without audio because it's crazy. Okay, I have some ammo displayed on the top right of the screen. Okay. Then I have the jump and a super jump with a dive attack. The dive attack is a powerful move for every Titan on the screen. Okay, I will show it again so you can watch it better. And also because it's fun. So after, if you want to join and play with me, I will be happy. And I'm also looking for someone who want to join this team. The team now is only me. I want to do something better with this game. So
How about new characters?
about
New characters.
yeah, we can make a choice. Now the character is me because I am the one who has to fight with Python. But maybe if someone else wants to join the team, we will found a new company, a game company, and we'll try to make some cool video game about developing and other stuff. Okay, the first thing I made with Python, the first version, was just a green cube. I was a green square, and the Titan were a red rectangle. I spent some time to make this sprite of the Titan, because every time I asked it to ChatGPT, I want a Titan like Attack on Titan with the face of Python. He told me, no, this is a violation of copyright. I can't do it. So it was a little bit harder, but he still made this picture we have on the background. So I don't know how it's working. You will tell me how ChatGPT is working because I'm not understanding. So after this, how it's working, this code. The most crazy and beautiful thing about this is that it's only 336 line of code. It's not so much. Okay. With other language, I think we can use 3 times the line of code. So, for dependencies, we use only random and again. Is the main library for doing this. It's also well documented online, and it teaches you how to make a video game. So at the beginning, we have the initialization of a lot of variables, of colors, width, height of the screen, and also some parameters and the player image. Okay, that is my case. And the Titan image, the projectile, then some variable for the sound, because I don't know if you heard, but every time I had a double jump, there is a full sound, and okay, some other variables. Then this is one of the main class of this game, is the class player. Okay, we passed also in the class this right class. So I have to zoom. Okay, sorry. It is not zooming. Okay, you are a lot of Python developer, right? So do you know how to use PyCharm, right? No. Is there anyone using PyCharm? Yes. Okay. How can I zoom? Control plus. It's not working. I'm doing it.
Or edit something like Zoom or chapter 1.
Edit and
Try view maybe, just next to
view. Okay.
I think yeah, third one.
Appearance. Increase font size in all Alt.
Zoom either?
No.
Oh,
Okay, that's better. Okay. Okay, this is the class sprite, one of the main one. In the sample bus class for the everything you have to show on the screen, because every interaction is made by the rectangle you draw on the screen. If we watch how I initialize this player image, okay. Usually it takes the dimension of the PNG, but then I transform this for have some fixed dimension. Okay, then, okay. First thing is assign the player image. Okay. With this line, line of code, I told to Pygame where to show on the vertical align the player. Okay. And then I've made a update function, okay, that is controlling everything is happening on the screen. Okay, so the movement, if I press left key or right key, it is accelerating on the right or on the left. With the key down key, we activate the dive jump, the powerful attack I show you. Okay, here there are some control about the diving. Here there is the jump function. Okay, it controls if the jump is if you're doing the jump one time or two times. Because with the dive attack, I thought, okay, I have one jump, okay, fix the position. If I press the upper key on the top of the jump, I will do a higher jump. Okay, so if the jump count is not 0, it means that, and I'm close to the top of the position, I will accelerate my pitching, so the jump will be so higher. Else, the jump is a classical jump. Okay, then we have jump count. And if the jump count is on 2, so I have the higher jump, we have a full sound. And then we have the dive attack function. Okay. This show when it happens when you are on a higher jump and you press the key down button. Okay. And what it's doing? It's accelerating to the bottom of the screen. Okay. It's changing about this diving variable to true, because we will use in some other part of the game. It will play the cool sound about because it's a powerful attack. Okay, and then it takes all the Titan in Titan group. Titan group is a collection of the PG Titan, and it will kill every Titan. Okay, and the score will be updated with some higher score, and also the ammo of the projectile will be updated by 6. Okay, this is the shoot function. Is easy. This is the Titan class of this Titan. It's also initialized the Titan and put the Titan on the screen. This is the last project. Easy. Then, how is working the running of the game? just from the documentation of Pygame, they suggest you to make a loop. Okay, this running usually is initialized to true, and it will be put on false when we have when we meet some condition. Okay, okay, this is the function of updateamo at the beginning of the game, and at every iteration. This is okay, updating the score, because if you don't keep items but you survive, you have to earn some score. Okay, then the difficulty of the game will increase. Like, have you ever played the Dino game on Chroma? Something like this. So it's more like Dino on Python than Attack on Python. But okay. Then this is a function. This is a function. This is a condition about impact type, because every time I make a dive attack, okay, you have to shake the screen because it's a powerful attack. So you have to transmit some power feelings. Okay, this is the very easy. This is the background of the screen. You can see the game. I put this background with some mountain and grass. Okay, and this is in loop. R2 is the same image, just on loop. When the screen is reaching the end of the image, it appends the same image. But here I can also change the background and make some evolution of the background. Here we manage some event of on the screen. So this is triggering the shooting of the projectile, and this is triggering the jump, and also the spawn of Titan, because they have to kill you, so there must be a lot of Titan people. Okay. Then here we manage the collision of the projectile with the Titan. The sprite collide with the player and the Titan group. So every single PG of Titan group collide with my player will trigger this action, show game over. This action will stop the game, will show the background image of the Titan I showed you before. Will show the score and nothing else. It's just doing the Pygame quit and bye game. I don't remember there is something else about. Okay, okay, the HUD of on the screen. You have some information on the screen. And to write a pause function, so it would be easier to describe this game. Okay, on the HUD, I'm not so. My skills on this game are not so good as I think. Okay, we have on the top of the left score. On the right, we have ammo. We have a green square to show you if the dive attack is okay. Okay, the square on the top right of the screen will show you if the dive attack is available. If it's green, it's not available. If it's red, it's not available. If it's green, you can do it. Okay, I want to change it with some cool writing of dive attack ready, and maybe also a voice. You're ready for that attack, but this is on the next on the next develop of this game, on the next version. And then ok, dopo lo sentivo, aspetta. Vieni qua. I didn't listen.
You want to be easier, you
Okay.
can just turn off the Titan generation. You can just play
Okay, yeah, but I want to show you with
you don't need
the
the voice.
Titan.
You don't need the voice.
me?
You can show the screen.
Yeah, without the title, yes, I know. Okay, so I think we can just come on this. And then save it. Well, let's try if it's working. Okay, there are no titans. Okay, I've already won this game. So, okay, the HUD is this score on the top of the left. It's updating just with surviving. Okay, the ammo, there are 6. Now we will finish the ammo. And the double attack is available because the square is green. Double jump and then okay. Oh no, it's not red, it's gray, sorry. And this is the game. Without Titan is more easier but not fun. Okay. How can I die? I can't, okay. So it's an infinite loop. Then another thing is that you can build this game and make it standalone. Okay, the instruction is so easy. You need the Py installer. Okay, then you have to specify okay the file of the game, then the asset directory where I have all the image of this game, and then as a last thing, you can try to build this game with Titans. Okay, I have to change my laptop, but okay, he's doing the build, but I've already done one on this afternoon. But he is overriding this. We'll try to launch. Okay, I think it's an older version of this game. Maybe yesterday. Okay, no, it was the wrong file. I finished.
Oh,
okay. This is the last thing. Okay, this is the game. Okay, as you can see, the sprites are quite different because I was playing with the mention of the PG. But this is the game standalone. So just with a file X and asset directory, you can bring this game everywhere you want. Okay, it's not a very beautiful game, but one day you will want to bring with you. So you were here. I'm Giulio Chieri. I'm a web developer in Capgemini. My stack is on mostly on front end with Angular. Okay. So changing from Angular and Java to Python, it was a little bit shocking because Java you have 10, 16 line of code just to print a hello world. With Python you need just one line. And that's it. These are my contacts if you want to join my new gaming company. Okay. I will found it on tomorrow, so you can join. And I want to say thanks to one person who gave me a very important trick okay, on how to work with this technology. And his favorite quote is, "I asked to ChatGPT." Okay, we have to see who won the challenge. Who is Jagger? Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Egon. And then Mela won the. So yeah, won this year. So okay. So Egon won this beer. So
No.
she's not drinking. So okay.
I'm not professional.
Okay. If you want to ask us something, or we don't have time.
We are running out of time. We just have one question, one serious question.
Thank you for your time, very, very interesting. But how many nights did you lost for the game?
I didn't count night, but I think I spent a lot of time to make the sprite and the graphic of the game. It looks easier, but it looks an easy graphic. But I try to make the right assets for the Titan for myself, the PC, and also the background. I become a little bit crazy with the background because it was not easy to do it. And all the assets you found online were dynamic assets. So you have to mount it dynamically on the game. I'm not still on that point on my learning path, but I will join. I will, one day I will do it. So I hope to become a better game developer with Python. Thanks to Python.
Thank you.
Okay, so thanks again, Julio. And
Here we go.
if anybody wants to ask me questions, you can do it. Short time. So very quickly, I asked to the two lighting for speakers to come here. We'll have Lucy Michaels with Love and Hate. She said it's about Python, so Love and Hate Python. Also Pietro, if you join us, we can set your PC. Pietro?
Don't be scared.
Vieni così settiamo il picciamento dai parti. Ok, so bando alle ciance.
Inglese, anglosassone.
Yes. Bando alle ciance.
Inglese,
Ciance.
Beh.
Ciance band. Lucy Miguel, Love and Hate.
Woo! Now you can listen a real speech about Python.
So, my security blanket. Okay. Hello, my name is Lucy Michaels, and I love and hate Python. And just a confession, I need help. Okay. You can decide in what sphere of my life later on. Anyway, so just to give you a little bit of background where I'm from, I grew up in England, and many years ago I worked for Zeneca, now Avastra Zeneca Spain, and there I was a management accountant, and I was became the queen of Excel. So my job there was to every month prepare sales reports, and the first month then that we were there until 9:30 in the evening, and it was horrendous. But then as I got better at my job and got better at Excel and things, I love making things quicker, more efficient, whatever. And basically I did myself out of a job. Once I learned how to do a macro button, that was it. My job just became done. So basically after 9 months, we finished the month end instead of 9:30 at night, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And 2 days before they sprung on me, we've got like 5 new products in the Ukraine, and by the way, we're now selling in Uzbekistan. So, but at that point, it wasn't a problem. So, where am I now? I'm doing a bit of a career change. I've been a maths teacher. Oh no, hang on. You like maths, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. No need to apologise for once. And but job again. So I've been doing a master's, and unlike Julia, I am going to use Python to do machine learning and all that kind of thing. In my master's, we did a bit of R, and that was not too bad. And then from looking at LinkedIn and things, I saw that actually Python is probably more the way to go if I want to ever be employed as a data scientist. So I decided to make that change. And I hate some things about it, but perhaps you can help me. So I hate that you have to, like, data frame, whatever, do a dot, and then sometimes you write a word and that's it, and sometimes you write a word and then some brackets with nothing in them. And it just seems like a bit of a waste of time. But anyway, maybe someone can explain, you know, why, what's the difference, why sometimes you need them, sometimes you don't, and whatever. Anyway, I'm sure there's a reason. What else? Oh yeah, maybe I'm having a bit of a problem, or I had a problem with the curly brackets, but I overcame my embarrassment and I wrote to somebody about that, and they told me, because I was using out, blah, 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 and then someone told me you can press shift as well and like do the curly brackets.
Whoa.
So whew, that was very exciting. I'll carry on. Hopefully you can hear me. Okay.
More romantic. Go on.
All right, yes, okay. It feels a bit frustrating to, why do I have to install Python and then install this other thing as well, and then try and get them to work together, and then on the website or the course or whatever, they're very often saying, oh, do this, then that, but very often the computer doesn't do what they say it's going to do, and ChatGPT doesn't always manage to sort it out, and sometimes I end up going in little things, and then I'll just use Colab instead. So that's been a bit of a learning curve for me. Yeah, the self thing. Why do you have to write self over and over and over again? Like, and also the naming of variables, because mathematicians, I would always go for like A, B, C, X, Y, Z, whatever. No, these really long words, and okay, it does it for you, it types it in, but you know. One thing that really bothers me is that when I was working with R and you type in some code and the rest of the code appears, when you press tab, it kind of auto completes and goes on to the next, or enter or something, it goes on to the next line. If you're in Colab and you press it, it puts a tab in, which I don't want to be there. So then I have to delete it, and then maybe it's just a habit thing, but.
It's a Colab problem.
Yeah.
Colab is shit.
Okay, yeah, but it said, oh, it's good because then you can show your work and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I'm sure there are other ways. So maybe it's Anaconda and Jupyter. But
Yeah, Jupyter is what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so maybe that's what I was using before, but anyway. Yeah, so perhaps I'm having a little bit of a problem with lots of different inputs, because I'm getting a bit of input from my master's, which is an online master's, because it had to kind of coincide with my job, which I now don't have. An ex-student of mine is now a data scientist, so I wrote to him and he suggested learn Python the hard way. So I was kind of using that, but it doesn't always help that much. Then I signed up to, Coursera and Mosh.
With Mosh.
Yeah, Mosh
him.
seemed quite nice, and he kind of also seemed to explain some of those weird things like the tab, the enter, and so. Right, what am I trying to do with this then? About a few months ago, I was driving in Rome. I caught the motorbike, and he accelerated past me. I used to drive a motorbike, and I thought, oh, he's driving like a bit of a knob. And this is an accident waiting. I thought this is an accident waiting to happen, and then about 50 meters later on, he'd hit a pedestrian on a zebra crossing. So we stopped and helped her, and she lived. Yay! So saw her last month, and she survived. So that's nice. She's out of hospital now and everything. But I'm going to do my thesis on pedestrian accidents in Rome. Hence, all of the machine learning, and I want to do some clustering. What I really want to do is try and see if I can go through the data from the PyData Roma website and try and start seeing some patterns. In particular, I'm interested in the position of the zebra crossing and where the accident happened. If it, does it happen more on a zebra crossing on a straight, or more on the zebra crossing when the driver has to turn and then the zebra crossing is there straight away? Or is it just people just run across the road wherever? So this is what I had to look at. And this is what I love Python for, because when I went to the PyData Roma website, there are 106 files that I wanted. And so I first of all looked at it and thought, okay, I'll put on a film, and then click, the thingy appears, download, whatever. And after about doing 3 of them, and it took a long time, I thought, I learned about beautiful soup. Yeah. So I did some code and whatever, and it was just like, it just reminded me of those wonderful days way back when. Click, done, ah. So I love Python for this, and I realised I don't want to wish months and months of my life away. But you know how sometimes you say, oh, I wish I'd just wake up like several months from now when I know this, everything well. You know, it's just kind of a bit frustrating going through this beginning part. But anyway, so yeah, eyes wide. Okay, I'm here. Yes, I'm going to learn to be resilient or whatever, and learn to get through this bit, and hopefully get a bit better at Python. So my name is Lucy. I need help.
You still have your microphone, so be careful if you want to talk about okay, in the screen. So unfortunately, we are running out of time. If you want to enjoy a good time for the networking part, which is the best one, for the ones that are here, for the ones that are at home, we don't care. So this was our only lightning talk, but for sure the ones that were proposed, thank you again. We will probably contact you for another event. Why not? Thank you for joining here. So for the ones at home, ciao, ciao.